Good evening, everyone. Welcome to 2015. Starting the new year off right. Pursuant to the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10-4-10, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by advertising such notice in the Home News Tribune, the Asbury Park Press, the Board Office, the schools, cable, vision, Channel 118, Fios, Verizon, Channel 24, and by filing such notice with the Township Clerk. Meeting was scheduled for this evening, Tuesday, January 6, 2015. The Board will take formal action on agenda items. Mr. Mara?
The Old Bridge Township Board of Education acknowledges that the law of this state establishes that members of the public, including members of the board, have the right to record public board meetings using audio or video recording devices, provided that that active recording does not interfere with the business of the public board meeting. Therefore, the board makes it known that any such recording is to be considered the private recording of the individual and in no manner represents the official record of this board. The board therefore takes no responsibility for such private recording and completely disavows any future use.
Thank you, Mr. Mara. Roll call, please, for this evening.
Borsili?
Here.
DePrima?
Here.
Dunn? Hopman?
Here.
Mongan?
Here.
Singh?
Here.
Silikowski?
Here.
Weber?
Here.
Andriani?
Here.
Quorum exists.
Thank you very much. Mr. Dunn did call me earlier. He is having a bout with the flu, and he apologizes. And he said that he be sure to know that he will be at subsequent meetings from here on in, sitting out with the public, and he's sorry that he can't make it this evening. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you wouldn't mind, remain standing, please. We always seem to have more than our fair share of memoriams that we look for a moment of silence. This one is touches a lot of people in the Old Bridge community. So in memory, the board would like to acknowledge the untimely death of Jessica Lenegro Uvegas, who was a Shirah school teacher, a Sauk cheer coach, Old Bridge resident, and student through the Old Bridge school system, and express our deepest sympathy to her family and friends and the entire community. May we please have a moment. Thank you very much. At this point in time, we will be swearing in our new electees. Is that correct, Mr. Mara? So I have to vacate the chair and you will now take over? I don't have to physically vacate the chair? Okay.
Thank you, Mrs. Andriani. The process that I will follow tonight is that I will first announce the winners or the top 3 vote getters of the November 4th, 2014 election. Then individually, I will swear new board members and returning board members into at the podium. After that, the new board will be constituted and we'll do a separate roll call vote for them. Without objection by any of the board members, I'd like to move up into the agenda the hearing of the residents before I start taking nominations for the board president. At that point, the board president will be voted on, one selected, and then the board president will reassume the chair and take nominations for the board vice president. So first, Mr. Frank Weber received 3,306 votes for a 3-year term. Donna Andriani, Mrs. Donna Andriani received 3,282 votes. And Ms. Kelly Ellis Foster received 3,151 votes. So, Mr. Weber, would you kindly go to the podium? And if you'd like to bring your family members, you are welcome to. so please repeat after me.
Can I just read the whole thing?
Oh, sure, sure, okay.
I, Frank Wember, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and to the governments established in the United States and this state, under the authority of the people, so help me God. I, Frank Weber, do solemnly swear that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of a member of a Board of Education, that I am not disqualified as a voter pursuant to law or disqualified from membership due to conviction of any crime or offense as listed by law, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of that office according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mrs. Andriani?
And what am I reading? This?
Yes.
I, Donna Andriani, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and to the governments established in the United States and this state under the authority of the people, so help me God. I, Donna Andriani, do solemnly swear that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of member of a Board of Education, that I am not disqualified as a voter pursuant to law or disqualified from membership due to conviction of any crime or offense as stated by law, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of that office according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Ms. Ellis Foster?
Ready? Okay. I, Kelly Ellis Foster, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and to the government established in the United States of this state under the authority of the people, so help me God. I, Kelly Ellis Foster, do solemnly swear or affirm that I possess the qualifications described by law for the office of member of the Board of Education, that I am not disqualified as a voter pursuant to law or disqualified from membership due to conviction of any crime or offense as listed by law, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties that the office according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Congratulations to all the new or re-elected board members. The next item will be a roll call of the newly constituted board. Donna Andriani,
Here.
Kevin Bersili,
Here.
Sal DePrima,
Here.
Kelly Ellis Foster,
Here.
Annette Hopman,
Here.
Nancy Mongan,
Here.
Balwinder Singh,
Here.
Matt Zelikowski,
Here.
and Frank Weber.
Here.
The quorum exists. Now, without objection, I would like to invite the public up to make any comments on the prospective board president. By the public, I'm sorry. No comments? Okay. At this point, I will take nominations for the board president.
I'd like to nominate Matt Selikowski.
Motion?
Second?
Any others?
I'd like to nominate Donna Adriani.
Yes, I would like to nominate
Do we have a
Kevin.
excuse me, do we have a second on Mrs. Andriani? Don't need a second? Okay.
I would like to nominate Kevin Borselli.
Any others?
Yes, I would like to nominate Sal DiPrima.
Any other nominations? Okay, so we will begin to vote. For Matt Silikowski for president, Donna Andriani,
I'll vote yes.
Kevin Barsili,
Yes.
Sal DiPrima,
No.
Kelly Ellis Foster,
No.
Annette Hopman,
Yes.
Nancy Mungan,
No.
Baldwinder Singh,
Yes.
Matt Silikowski,
Pass.
Frank Weber.
Yes.
The vote for Matt Silikowski is
Yes.
5-3. 6-3. Okay. The second nomination was for Donna Andriani. Sal DiPrima,
Yes.
Kelly Ellis Foster,
Yes.
Annette Hopman,
Yes.
Nancy Mungan,
Yes.
Baldwinder Singh,
No.
Matt Silikowski,
Pass.
Frank Weber,
No.
Donna Andriani,
Yes.
Kevin Barsili.
No.
The vote was 5-3. I'm sorry,
No.
Matt Silikowski.
No.
The vote was 5-4. For Kevin Barsili, Kelly Ellis Foster,
No.
Annette Hopman,
No.
Nancy Mungan,
Yes.
Baldwinder Singh,
Yes.
Matt Silikowski,
Yes.
Frank Weber,
Yes.
Donna Andriani,
No.
Kevin Barsili,
Yes.
Sal DiPrima.
No.
The vote for Kevin Barsili is 5-4. For Sal DiPrima, Annette Hopman,
Yes.
Nancy Mungan,
No.
Baldwinder Singh,
No.
Matt Silikowski,
I'll pass again on this one.
Frank Weber,
No.
Donna Andriani,
Yes.
Kevin Barsili,
No.
Sal DiPrima,
Yes.
Kelly Ellis Foster,
Yes.
Matt Silikowski.
No.
Okay, for Sal DiPrima, it was 4-5. 4 yeses, 5 nos. Congratulations to Matt Silikowski, the new president of the Old Bridge Board of Education. And Mr. Silikowski should assume the chair.
I have one question. Where, these papers that I've been signing, are they for me to finish, or does Matt complete the signatures now on all of these papers?
We'll have Matt sign underneath.
Okay, just checking. Thank you.
Okay, I would like to take nominations for Vice President.
I'd like to nominate Kevin Borsilli.
I'll nominate Mr. DePrima.
Okay, we'll start off with Mr. Kevin Borselli. Okay, Donna Adriani.
I'll take
Oh, you'll take that?
Nancy Mongan. This is for Kevin Basili.
Yes.
Baldwinder Singh.
Yes.
Matt Sulikowski.
Yes.
Frank Weber.
Yes.
Donna Andriani.
No.
Kevin Basili.
Yes.
Sal DePrima.
No.
Kelly Ellis Foster.
No.
Annette Hopman.
No.
The vote is 5-4. 5 yeses, 4 noes. For Sal DePrima, Baldwinder Singh.
No.
Matt Sulikowski.
No.
Frank Weber.
No.
Donna Andriani.
Yes.
Kevin Basili.
No.
Sal DePrima.
Yes.
Kelly Ellis Foster.
Yes.
Annette Hopman.
Yes.
Nancy Mongan. For Sal DePrima, there are 4 yeses and 5 noes. Congratulations, Mr. Basili, and the Vice President.
Sorry. And Kevin, congratulations. Okay. Any hearing from the residents? Anybody like to say anything? No? Okay, can I get a motion to move finance 1 through 3, please?
Mongan will move.
Thank you, Ms. Mongan,
Andriani, okay.
and Ms. Hoppen will second it. Any discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Andriani.
Yes.
Basili.
Yes.
DePrima.
Yes.
Ellis Foster.
Yes.
Hopman.
Yes.
Mongan.
Yes.
Singh.
Yes.
Sulikowski.
Yes.
Weber.
Yes.
Motions 1 through 3 pass.
Okay, we're going to move on to Roman numeral 12, supplies, equipment, and services, 1 through, just 1. Okay, can I get a motion, please?
Mongan will move.
Thank you.
Porcelli will second.
And Mr. Borselli seconded. I'll get the hang of it. Any discussion from the public? No? Thank you.
Andriani.
Yes.
Basili.
Yes.
DePrima.
Yes.
Ellis Foster.
Yes.
Hopman.
Yes.
Mongan.
Yes.
Singh.
Yes.
Sulikowski.
Yes.
Weber.
Yes.
Resolution 1 passes.
Okay. Roman numeral number 13, unlike Donna, I could read Roman numerals. Board Secretary and Board Business, 1 through 5. Can I get a motion, please?
So moved.
Andriani will second.
And Ms. Adriani will... Okay, any comments from the public? No, thank you.
But, Mr. Silikowski, it's required that I read the school ethics code at this point and then open up to discussion. Okay, yes.
Thank you, Mr. Mara.
The following is the code of ethics that all school board members must follow as they conduct school business. In accordance with NJSA 18A:12-24.1, every board member will abide by the following code of ethics. The board member will, number 1, uphold and enforce all laws, rules, and regulations of the State Board of Education and court orders pertaining to schools. Desired changes shall be brought about only through legal and ethical procedures. Number 2, make decisions in terms of the educational welfare of children and seek to develop and maintain public schools that meet the individual needs of all children, regardless of their ability, race, creed, sex, or social standing. Number 3, confine his or her board action to policy making, planning, and appraisal, and help to frame policy and plans only after the board has consulted with those who will be affected by them. Number 4, carry out his or her responsibility not to administer the schools, but together with fellow board members, ensure that they are well run. Number 5, recognize that authority rests with the Board of Education and make no personal promises nor take any private action that may compromise the board. Number 6, refuse to surrender his or her independent judgment to special interest or partisan political groups, or to use the schools for personal gain or for the gain of friends. 7, hold confidential all matters pertaining to the schools, which, if disclosed, would needlessly injure individuals or the schools. In all other matters, she will provide accurate information and, in concert with fellow board members, interpret to the staff the aspirations of the community for its school. Number 8, vote to appoint the best qualified personnel available after consideration of the recommendation of the Chief School Administrative Officer. Number 9, support and protect school personnel in the proper performance of their duties. And finally, number 10, refer all complaints to the Chief School Officer and act on the complaints at public meetings only after failure of an administrative resolution. Thank you, Mr. President, and I suggest if there are any questions or comments that the board would like to make, direct them to Mr. Roberts, please.
All right, any discussion? No? Any comments from the public? No? Thank you.
I'd like to discuss number 3 on the board goals. I had sent an email today, and I know it was very late, so I apologize for that. But I just think that B and C under 3 need to be expanded a little bit because I think that they're very vague as goals. Review our committee structure to increase our governance effectiveness and efficiency. I'd like to, I remember when we were having this discussion, it was not just to review it, but to ensure that we have and we implement the best possible committee structure to move this district forward. And for C, it's very, very vague. Develop an annual evaluation calendar. Well, we could sit down at one meeting and just kind of develop a calendar, but that's really not going to mean anything unless we really hold ourselves to those dates. And I think that when we do our board evaluation at the end of the year, we should hold ourselves accountable if we miss those dates because we have missed them. And I'm part of that. I'm part of this board, and we've done that together as a team. And I think that negatively affects the way that the administration as well as our board can together complete our goals. So I just think it needs a little bit more detail so that when we do grade ourselves on our next appraisal that we are actually truly answering to what we need to be doing.
Thank you, Mr. Borselli.
I would just like to add that I agree with Kevin on the development of the calendar, and I would also like to see it expanded because the calendar is in effect every year, but it was in effect for 2014, and yet the board didn't meet its goals for self-evaluation or chief school administrator evaluation in accordance with those timelines. And this is an important year, as this board will be determining the renewal of this superintendent. So his evaluation is very important. So I just would like to second that.
Thank you, Ms. Morgan.
I would, rather than second that, I mean, that's fine. I would rather amend it at this point, and recognizing that we have the budgetary process to go through in the very short-term months coming. I would say, and again, we're only setting the dates for the evaluation calendar. We're not necessarily saying, if we set a date on May 1st for whatever the date is, we still have the time to accomplish the evaluation process. I'd like to set a date for, which certainly could be subject to change, for that we have it in place by May 1st at some point. That would be both things, to review the committee structures and to develop evaluation calendars, and that would be my amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Weber.
Mr. Silikowski, 3C with the annual evaluation calendar, Ms. Gwen Thornton did include a very general one in our packet when we had our meeting. Retreat or evaluation. I think that that at least might provide a framework for us, and it's put out by month. So what we should do in January, February, March, et cetera. So maybe just as we put the goals in here, maybe that might be something we can put on our January agenda or February one as we go forward, or at least, again, use that as a framework and add our own and tweak it to what we need.
I agree with you, Donna. Thank you very much, and I will reach out to Gwen Thornton.
I'm sorry.
For a second. For Frank's amendment.
Right.
What is the wording for that again?
Frank, correct me if I'm wrong here, but it would be develop an annual evaluation calendar on or before May 1st, 2015?
Right.
Okay, so we need a second for that. Is there any second? Okay. All right.
Thank you.
We need a roll call, too.
Right. Okay, Mr. Mara, roll call?
This is a roll call for the amendment to item 3C.
Can we do-
B and
B
C.
and C, yes.
Repeat what that is, so we so the exact verbiage change for both of them? Is there a verbiage change for both of them, or just one? That's why I just wasn't sure, so I want to
For
make sure.
B and C,
Okay, and are they both just effective May 1st, or was there a different effective date? That's what
on or before May 1st.
I'm, on or before, okay, thank you.
So for an amendment to 3B and 3C, first motion was by Mr. Weber, seconded by Mr. Singh. Andriani,
Yes.
Porcelli,
Yes.
DePrima,
Yes.
Ellis Foster,
Yes.
Hopman,
Yes.
Mongan,
Yes.
Singh,
Yes.
Silikowski,
Yes.
Weber.
9-0, our first grade vote, I love it. Yes.
Okay. So the amendment to 3B and C passes.
Thank you, Mr. Mara. Now I guess we have to move, we moved that already, didn't we?
We just need a roll call for one.
Okay, hold on. 1 through 5.
Okay, so just for clarification, it's 1 through 5, which includes amended 3A, 3B, and 3C. Andriani,
Yes.
Porcelli,
Yes.
DePrima,
Yes.
Ellis Foster,
Yes.
Hopman,
Yes.
Mongan,
Yes.
Singh,
Yes.
Silikowski,
Yes.
Weber.
Yes.
Resolutions pass.
Thank you. Okay, number 14, Roman numeral, hearing of residents. Any school district issues from the public? No? Thank you. Okay, good of the order. Would anybody like to say anything?
Sure. You want to start down this end?
This is for the board, yes.
Sure, okay. I'd just like to welcome Ms. Ellis Foster to the board. I'm looking forward to a good year, working with all of my colleagues. I want to thank Mr. Dunn for his time on the board. I'm sure he's watching at home. He's put in a lot of time, a lot of commitment with this position, as he does with all of his volunteer positions, and I know that he will continue to work hard for Old Bridge. So thank you, Mr. Dunn, for all that you've done.
Thank you, Mr. Porcelli. Anybody else? Ms. Foster?
Thank you. I think, first, I would just, I want to just thank my family who were here. Half of them left, or they're back actually over the auditorium here in school. But thank them for letting me do this. I think they're okay that I'm not home cooking. I think they're all right with that. But they have supported me in everything, and actually, usually they're right there by my side, so I appreciate that. I congratulate Mr. Porcelli, Mr. Silikowski. I look forward to working with everybody. I think, I agree, I hope it's a good year. I think it's a great board. Looking forward to those I know, those I don't know as well, continue to get to know better and work for the good of the district. Again, I agree, I'm sure Mr. Dunn is watching at home. And I thank him, and I hope I can serve as much integrity and passion as he has. And then I just want to give a shout out for something that actually is going on over the auditorium right now. It's kind of cool. We have our high school jazz band, Cloud 9, is getting a donation from an organization in town called the Old Bridge Militia Foundation, which is a bunch of heavy metal enthusiasts and people who used to play and still do play, and they're donating a bunch of equipment to Cloud 9. So it's a great thing that sees community and the school kind of working together. So just looking forward to more of that great stuff this year. Thanks.
Thank you, Ms. Foster. Very well put. Anybody else?
I'll go if we're not going in order. First off, Mr. Silikowski, Mr. Basili, congratulations. Look forward to working with you guys and continuing what we've been doing. Donna and Frank, congratulations on your re-elections. Welcome back. Thank you for your guidance in the first 2 years of my seating here. I, learned a lot from everybody. We've done a lot, and we have still a long way to go. Rich, if you're watching, thank you also for everything. I know you're going to still be a part of this community. Thank you for your guidance and expertise, again, in my first 2 years. And of course, Kelly, welcome aboard. Through various school events, I've gotten to know Mrs. Ellis Foster, and I know you will bring a wealth of knowledge and information to the board. Just a little side note on the Cloud 9 donation. There's also going to be a small monetary donation tomorrow from when they performed for the CBNA bonfire. Not much, but keeping our word. And just to reiterate, Mrs. Andriani started the meeting. My thoughts, prayers, and support go out to the La Negro Vegas family. It was a terrible, it's horrible when you lose anybody. It's worse when you lose somebody so young, and it's even worse when we lose one of our own. The amount of love, support, and respect that was shown at the wake was just, it was Old Bridge proud. I hate to use that term with such a bad thing, but the people that showed up and the love that was shown for that family was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. DePrima. Anyone else?
Yes. I, too, would also like to thank Richard Dunn for his service to the board. I worked with him not only as a board member, but as a member of administration, and I can attest to the fact that he truly has a love for the district, and I know he will keep active and continue to serve where he can. And I'd like to congratulate Frank and Donna for re-election. I know your heart is in the right place and you want to do well and make the district go forward. And I'd like to congratulate Matt for becoming president of the board, and for Kevin, vice president. It'll be a good year. And I'd like to also thank Donna and Sal for their service this past year as president and vice president. I know it's not an easy job, and you're out a lot of nights away from your family, and dealing with the agreements and disagreements. This board is very good at agreeing not to disagree or agreeing to disagree, but we all go forward and looking forward to a very good, productive, happy, healthy year. And as Mr. DePrima mentioned, we just, as a community, had a very sad event, and it really is something to see how this community comes together, and the outpouring, closing down of roads, and expression of sympathy and support for a family in its time of loss is just unbelievable, and kind of puts things into perspective as you go about your daily life. To lose someone at 34 years of age, a woman, a teacher who graduated with my daughter, and I can't imagine continuing, if you lose a child, but my thoughts and prayers are with that family. So let's all wish for a happy, healthy, better 2015.
Thank you, Ms. Mongan. Anyone else?
Yes, I have a few words. Thank you very much for allowing me to serve. I learned a lot as president over the last term, and I'm looking forward to having a progressive board. Mr. Cittadino continues to put out information about the wonderful things that are happening in Old Bridge. We have another school who won a phenomenal accolade, and I'm sure that will all be forthcoming with our public relations and in our agenda for next week. In the meantime, thank you very much, Mr. Dunn. Regardless of what anybody says, you have been very passionate about your commitment to the board and to the children of Old Bridge, and I'd like to thank you for your service. With that, Ms. Foster, you also have a passion and affinity for the children of the district, and it's very nice to have you on board. Congratulations to our new officials, Mr. Silikowski, Mr. Borselli. I hope you have as good a year as I had, and hopefully we have some good things and we have a joyous and healthy 2015 for everyone concerned. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Adriani. Anyone else?
Yes, I'd like to thank Rich Dunn for his service to the community and to this board for the past 3 years, and I wish him well. I'd also like to congratulate Kelly Ellis Foster on her election, Donna on her re-election, and Matt and Kevin on their election. And I look forward to a very productive 2015. Hopefully we can work as a cohesive board and continue the progress that's been made.
Thank you, Mr. Weber. Anyone else?
The sudden demise of Jessica was like really saddening news for the whole community. And my heart goes to those people who were very near and dear to her. For them, this world may not look the same as it was when she was here. So God bless her soul. And Old Bridge is a nice town, and it expects and deserves a better school system. So let's, with the hope that with the new